Hi everyone, so happy you took the time again to come over and watch a new video from Dyanne, and my name is Janny. Here on this channel you will find DIYs, shop with me, decorate with me and our home tours. If you like this content, we hope of course you will consider subscribing to Dyanne and my channel and welcome you to our family. Of course, like I always say, enough talking, let's see what Dyanne and I are up to. So Dyanne and I have 4 easy DIYs for you, and of course they are farmhouse related and it is high-end for cheap because we love doing easy and cheap ones on our channel. So here you see already I have 3 old wooden spoons, and of course you can find them also in a thrift store. So go ahead, and if you find something, just keep them and always keep in mind you can use them for a DIY. So we are going to use them for the Christmas DIY. Of course I will use some black schoolboard paint, some ribbon, and of course you can choose any ribbon you like. I just doing a little bit inspiration for you, but you can choose anything you like. I have a little bit of the bigger rope. I don't know if I will use it. I have something in my mind, but I don't know if it will will come out the way I think it will. So, and before we are going to do our first step is painting our wooden spoons, I have to show you that this is my inspiration piece. These spoons are 1638 and that is, I think it is crazy so expensive, and you can make them very easy yourself. You will see that in a moment. So let's go into this DIY. So you see already I have my placemat from the black paint under it. I know it's not a nice sight to see, but the schoolboard paint is not always going the greatest out of your things. So I always use this placemat for painting my black schoolboard things. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to paint everything in the black color. And of course I was thinking right now, of course you don't have to do the spoon inside. I am doing it right now, but you don't have to do it, because for inside of here we are going to make a little picture just on our computer, but like I always do, and you find them later on in the free printables, so you can make this spoon very easy yourself for the Christmas season. So just paint your spoon in the color you like. If you like more of the white farmhouse, just paint it in the white color. If you like more of the traditional colors from Christmas, red and green, just do that color. Just do whatever you like. I do it in the black color, but I won't bore you with that. I will paint them now. So here you see how the spoons are turned out, and later on I was going to do the whole spoon in the black color, but I changed my mind. I thought maybe it's also nice just to leave this in the neutral color, and of course I will wax it later so it gets a little bit of the rustic feeling. This will we work away later on with I think a little bit of twine. But what I'm going to do right now, first I'm going to take you along to my computer, then we are going to make a little picture for inside of the spoon. So come along with me and then I show you what I made. So here you see already, these are the pictures we made, and of course you saw me making this with the snowman's head and of course the little snowflakes, but I also made the Grinch, and I am loving this one a little bit better than this one. So I measured out a little bit the inside of my spoon. This is another spoon. And of course you see here it is it's going to be a little bit of a work, so I'm going to try to get it inside of here. This measurement is not totally right. You see already here he has little openings over here, so we are going to try to get it inside of here. But first I'm going to cut them out, and of course I'm going for this one, but if you like this one better, they are both in the free printable, so you can both get them. So, but I will cut it out, and then we're going to try to get them inside of the spoon. So you see already I have the joy cut out, and now we are getting the difficult part, because so far so good. But what we're going to do right now, I'm just doing an example for you. This way I already did this one a little bit inside of the same spoon, and I'm just did work it away a little bit the wrinkles. And of course you don't think you don't get wrinkles, because you will get a little wrinkles, because it is of course a little little basket where you could put it in. I don't know how to explain it, especially in English, because my English is not the greatest, you know that. So I am just showing it to you. So I'm going to try to give it a little bit of a mold, so I can Mod Podge it inside of our spoon. So, but you have to work with it, so cut it out and just going and measure it out a little bit, and just get it a little bit fixed, so you can get it a little bit inside of your spoon, of course, and try to get most of the wrinkles out. And if it doesn't fit totally, just go cut it out a little bit further, so it will fit inside of your spoon. I will do all three of them. So you see already I got a one inside of here, and I just did some little folding, a little bit folding, and we are working it, the sides we are working away with a piece of twine. Of course you won't see that again, so you see already this will change everything. So I'm going to Mod Podge this inside of here, and of course I will do all three of them, and then we are going to work it off with some twine. So you see I have all three of them inside of it, and we will see later on if this idea was a great idea or this is really a disaster. We will see. I will Mod Podge it inside of it now. So I just do a little bit of Mod Podge in the middle of our spoon, and then we are hoping that the picture will get his place and that it will look okay. So we will see. Sometimes things in my head are always better than when I have to do them, but I always say when you don't try you never know how things work out. So we have to see if this was a great idea or not. So, and try to get the top not under the Mod Podge, because I don't like a little bit of the matte finish. I think I don't do the outside with Mod Podge, but I never know, maybe I will do later. But for now I will keep it in a little bit of the matte color. So you see this is one, and I do the rest. So you see already all three of them are in the Mod Podge and they are dried up. But what I was thinking is just do a piece of rope around the sides. But if you do it this way, you have to do it on top, and then you lose all the black on the sides, and I don't like that. If you like that, it's fine. Also, I'm going to try to do it with a little bit of thinner twine. So I'm going to try if I can work a couple of turns over here and just leave the black side alone, so you can still see a little bit of the black side. I will try first one of them, and then I show you if it worked out or not, nor else we have to think about something else. So you see here I did one piece of rope on the edges, and I really like that a lot more than if you do of the thicker rope. You see already here he would take too much of the space. So I am really loving it how it turned out. So I'm going to do all three of them, and just to show you a little bit what I did, I'm just going to start on the underside and just do a little bit of glue. Try to do as less as you can, and of course I'm just going to place it on top of the glue. And so we are going to work our way around and just doing a little pieces. Don't do too much at once. Just go a little bit around the edges. I hope I do it on camera. And so you still see the black sides, because I liked it, or else you have painted it for totally nothing if you have the black sides away. So I'm going to do all the rest also, and then we are going to work this away. Maybe we do a little bit of a bow under here, and maybe I do some twine a little bit the same like I have here. We will see, but first I'm going to make this I finish this off. So you see already we have a small turn of the twine on the side to work a little bit of the edges away. What I'm going to do right now is just take a piece of the same twine, and I'm going to do a couple of turns just in the middle where black is going over in to the blank of our wooden spoon. So I will just do a couple of turns, and you see already so in a moment how much this will change. And don't do too much. Of course, if you want to do the whole piece is also fine. That would be nice too if you do it totally inside of here. I'm just going to stain it, but like I said, do it whatever you like, and later we're going to make a little bow for on top of here. So I'm just going to do a little bit of glue on the back side, and we are just laying our rope inside of here and wait until it dries up a little bit. And of course, when you have the camera on, it does not work the way you think it will work. Normally my twine is never going apart, and you see already you have your camera on and already everything is going wrong. So, but we just do a couple of turns and just very push it really hard, because it's nicer if it is very tight around it. So you see, this for me this is already enough. So I'm just going to bring it to the back side, but I think already you know what to do. Just a little piece of glue and just pull it tight and just lay your twine inside of it and wait until it's dry, and then cut it off. And just make sure that it stays in place. So you see, this is how it turned out, and now I'm going to do the other two, and then we are going to stain it. So you see already I have all three of them with a piece of twine. What I'm going to do before we are going to make our bow, I'm going to stain, at least I am doing it with some furniture wax, but of course you can use anything to make it brown. You can even paint it brown. It's all up to you. Just do what you think is fitting for your decor. I'm just doing a little bit of the furniture wax because it gives a little bit more of a rustic touch, and just go it until your rope. But if you like the rope a little bit more rustic, you also can do the twine also a little bit. But you see already how he's changing only with a little bit of furniture wax on top of it. I will do all three of them, and then the only thing we need to do, because it's so simple, a little bow on here, but you don't have to do a bow. I'm going to make one, at least I'm going to show you one. I don't know if we'll keep it this way, but I just want to show you also one with a bow. Here you see already how it's looking like with some furniture wax on top of it, or some stain, just what you use. And you see already that it's looking very rustic. But if you want to have it more in the farmhouse, like I said earlier, choose a little bit more of the white colors or the green colors. Just do what's fitting for your decor. And what I forgot to tell you, so I have hanging my spoons always this way, but if you want to have it this way, of course you have to turn around your picture and just Mod Podge it that way, because or else you have it in the wrong direction. For me this is the right direction. And I made 3 little bows with some buffalo check and some a little bit of the twine, so to let it come back. Of course you can hang it over here, and you also can do it this way, but we will see in the final reveal where I will place it. But for now you are going to Dyanne, and Dyanne is making also a great and easy DIY, so go check it out, and I will be back after the DIY from
Hey everyone, it's Dyanne here. Thank you for tuning in with us with decoeasy. Today I'm going to recreate some Christmas items, but then on a budget. The first item, therefore, I have these things here and the popsicle sticks. And for the second one, I have those styrofoam cones and some wooden plaques. The price of these things, I don't know it out of my head. Let's say, yeah, they came in multiple packages. Multi-packs from, how do you call it? Amazon and AliExpress. Let's say these cost 50 euro cents each. The popsicle sticks cost 50 euro cents each, so this one here will be around 1 euro. And let's say the styrofoam cones will be 2 euros each, and this one came in a really large package, so let's say 1 euro each. So that will be 2, 3, 4 euros. Yeah, multiply about 2, 8 for these. If you make 2, but if you want to make 1, then it'll be 4 euros. And this one is 2. Well, before I start creating, let me show you what I'm going to make. Okay, I'll show you an image from the phone. I hope you can see it right. Look, this is a shadow box with some cute reindeer in it. The only thing I have to find myself are these wooden sticks. And yeah, I have the popsicle sticks, I have the reindeer. And this one costs 117 euros. That is a lot of money. And I'm going to recreate it myself. The styrofoam cones will be used to recreate these trees. Look, they have a wooden plaque in front. And these one we found on Etsy for 10 euro or 11 euros. Yeah, I think I can do better for a less amount of money. Okay, if you're ready to come with us, then let's start creating. First, I think I'm going to make this DIY, and then I'll move over to that one. Okay, we start out with the cones DIY. I have two sizes, a small one and a large one here. Small and large, both from, what do you call it? Amazon. I always want to say AliExpress, but it's Amazon. And I have two colors of yarn. I have pink and I have gray because that match my Christmas colors this year. And what I'm going to do, I have my glue gun heating up in the kitchen. I don't have power access here on the table. So yeah, sorry, I can't film the part where I'm gluing. But the idea is that I start here on the top or maybe on the bottom, I don't know that. I think top is easier. And I'm going to put a dot of glue and then, you know, just roll this one and then slowly work my way down. Here now and then just add a little bit of glue. You can also use Mod Podge, of course, if you want to, and yeah, maybe that's a good idea for me. But for now on, I'm only going to use the glue gun because that works fine. I'm going to make a pink one and a gray one, so they will match together upon my dining table, I think, and upon my salon table in my little tray that I have there. So I will show you when this is finished, and then we go forward to the next step. Show you, oh, here, camera, a quick sneak peek. What I did is just put a drop of hot glue on top and carefully go down like this. If necessary, just press the beginning of the yarn a little bit. I did it with a pair of scissors to help me without burning my fingers. So now just go wrapping around very slowly, make it very tight because that looks high-end. Okay, first one here is done. On the end I also used a lot of glue here around the edge. Be careful with the styrofoam, it might melt depending on the temperature of your glue gun. There's number one. For the second one I did actually exactly the same thing, but then in gray. So now they are happily together. Next step is to decorate the wooden circles here and here. I will do that with beeswax and a brush. Let's move these over here. Be careful when you're using beeswax, use an old brush because this stuff can ruin up your brush. It leaves some sort of stainy color. And you won't get that off. Just do it like this, and then your wood or other project material gets a really old and worn look. Just the way as we want it. If you want to make it darker, just use more beeswax. You can see the difference here. And after you're done, just leave it to dry for I think 6 hours and ventilate the room when you're using it pretty well, because otherwise you get a real headache because this stuff smells super strong. Okay, we're almost there. Next step is to make these white twine to attach them to the cones. I measured that I need 15 centimeters of twine, and then just drop some glue here and then glue it to the wooden plaque. And to finish it off, I want to put these on here. Here they are. Just hang them around here. Together, and then glue them upon the wooden parts. They are done. Look how cute they are. Really happy with how they look. You can even write something upon the wooden parts that are in the front, but you can also leave it this way. That is totally up to you.
And before we go further to our third and fourth DIY, I have to tell you that this video is also part of a collab, which is called the Farmhouse High-End for Cheap collab. And of course, we have a beautiful co-host, Kiki from Kiki's DIY. And this month of November is joining us two beautiful men, is Kimo from Kimo Craft, Miguel from Miguelito'sdiy. So go check both of the men out. You will find links in our description box. Of course, we also have a link from Kiki, her beautiful channel, so go check it out. But the most important, of course, check out the playlist with tons of beautiful farmhouse high-end for cheap. So you see, I hope you had a lot of fun with Dyanne DIY. Now I'm next again for our third DIY. Later on you will see Dyanne again in her fourth DIY. For now we are going to make a door hanger or a wreath hanger, just where you can use it for, or just as a sign. You can use it for anything, but we are using two corks, and of course this one are from IKEA. These are old ones. I bought two new ones for using in my kitchen, so I'm reusing my old corks. Of course, I have some black schoolboard paint. I will use some thicker rope, but you can get them with Dollar Tree. I saw them already on YouTube everywhere, so use the thicker ones. I have some thin twine, and of course later on we are going to make again our own picture, but you will see that later. For now we are going to paint this first in the black color. So you see, I am going to do a little bit of a thicker layer on top of our corks, because because it's an open structure, it's your paint is sucking a little bit inside of your cork. So I'm doing a little bit of a thicker layer. Of course, what you can do also first is doing a layer of Mod Podge on top of it. So that also is keeping sure that your paint is not going through your cork. But of course I'm going to do it always a little bit different, you know me. So I'm going to paint them both in the black color, but like I said in our another DIY, if you like white better or dark red or something else for the Christmas, just do whatever you think, but I like the black color. So you see, I did the tops of my corks. What I'm going to do, I just going to make a little sign also from the Grinch. So I'm going to paint also the outside of our picture frame. These picture frames you can buy on AliExpress because they are so cheap, so you can make such a great sign for almost nothing. And of course you will find this picture also again in our free printable, so you can make your own sign which are costing you nothing. You don't have to do it, but if you like it and you want to use the pictures, just use it, and you have in no time you have a nice little picture of a little sign for your Christmas. So I'm going to paint the outside in the black color. In the meantime, when our corks and of course my little frame is drying, we are going to my computer and we're going to make a nice picture for on top of here. I think I want to keep it a little bit in the true reason of Christmas, so we have to see how this will turn out, so come along with me. So you just saw me making our little picture, and you see here already the Candy Grinch day, and of course the Holy Night and joy to the Lord. And of course we are going to cut it out and we are going to Mod Podge it inside of our picture frame, and of course on our round. And you see already how easy it is to make a little sign for your own. So at first we are going to make our little Candy Crunch. I think the Candy Grinch day. I'm so sorry. I'm already taking everything to each other. But we are going to do the Grinch at first. So just going to Mod Podge the bottom of our frame. And of course you can use a frame from Dollar Tree. You can use any frame. You can even use a piece of cardboard if you don't want to spend no more money. Take a piece of cardboard or a piece of wood. It doesn't matter, but just take something what doesn't cost a lot. So I'm going to Mod Podge it, and now I'm going to putting our picture on top of it. And I think you already know how to Mod Podge your picture inside of a frame, because this is very easy. And I always love this kind of sign because they are also fitting inside of a tier tray. So you can do a two-tier tray, you can make two of them. Of course the other one I also have for you, so you can make two of them. So if you have children and you like it on their room, on their bedrooms, you can also make one of them. You can put a nice loop on the back side, and you can still hang them inside of the tree. But if you want to do that, I would paint also the back side in the black color. But you see, you have a nice picture for almost nothing. So I let this one dry because I'm not doing the top because he will be too shiny for me. I think I leave it this way. Now we are going to do the rounds. But the rounds, I changed a little bit my mind. I showed you this one, but I like it, but it was not totally what I was looking for in my decor. So I changed it up and I did this too. So the letters I made a little bit less white and a little bit more red. So I'm going to Mod Podge this on top of it, and then we are going to do some twine around it. But first we have to get this on top of here. So you see I have one ready, and now I'm going to do the second one. And I'm just going to layer a little bit of Mod Podge on top of here. And just keep it a little bit out of the sides, because I hope I get it inside of the middle, but I have to eyeball it because measuring is not my greatest thing. So I'm going to try to get it in the middle. So you see, and I think they are now fitting together, because the green one, of course I love the green one also with the green lettering, but now they are more fitting together, and I am really loving it already how they look like right now. So I will let this dry for a little moment, and then we are going to do the rope on the side. So you see already they are almost dried up. What I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to do the sides with some rope. You see here it is thick enough just to go totally around. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the underside of and I'm just doing a little bit of hot glue on top of here and just laying out our rope or twine, just how you call it, against it. So you see, just to glue the start of your end on top of here and just go around with your glue a little bit over here. And I don't know if I will do this layer only or if I will do a layer also inside. We will have to see, but this is a little bit how it will look like. And I don't know if I will do also one over here, we will see, but first I'm going to do one layer. So you see here how both of them turned out, and I am really loving it already because I will use them as a hanger. So in a moment I will make a loop on the back side so we can hang him. But first what I'm going to do, of course you can leave it this way, you can match it a second time that you like a little bit of the shiny touch, but I am going to leave it this way. What I'm going to do, because I am someone who loves decorating, so I will take two little pieces of a branch. So I always take all the pieces of branches and I just pull them out, and I'm just going to always cut out the plastic side of your branch. Just cut it over here and you have a nice end of your branch. So I'm doing a little bit of the bigger one, two of the smaller ones, one this way, one this way. I will do it for you. Of course I will glue one over here and one over here. I have of course the middle, so I will do it a little bit to my, and I am just going to place one over here, and I'm going to place one over here. It is so very easy, but it just gives you a little bit more of the, for me at least, for the Christmas touch. But I'm always already fighting with my glue. I'm doing one a little bit this way on top of each other. I'm just taking one this way, but I'm doing it in the opposite direction, but also layered on top of it. Just you get a little nice bush, yeah, I don't know how you call this. And I take one of the berries. Of course I also have a branch already, is also years and years old, and I am just going to glue a couple of them on top of here, because I always love to decorate my pieces a little bit more than maybe someone else will, but this is optional, you don't have to do it. I love to do this, and of course I think I'm going to do a little one, a third one, because I like that a little bit better. I think we will see. Yes, I think I do 3, and I will do the other one the same, and of course put them together. And I am really loving the red inside of here. You think already what she's turning with her hand, but I am I'm totally under my glue. So you see, and you are back again. I didn't realize my camera just fall out. I'm so sorry. You just saw me making you saw me making the greenery and the red berries. I just took a piece of ribbon, I squeezed it together at the end, and I'm just squeezed it over here and glued it together, and one over here and one over here. This is not one piece, these are two pieces, one over here and one over here, and I did a little loop on top of it so I can hang it on my door. So, but of course everything is optional, you can do whatever you like. This is just an idea. So in a moment you see the reveal of my 2 DIYs. And here you see the final result of my 2 door hangers, and this is the twist I gave on it. I am really loving the black, the red, the white, the rope, and of course the greenery. I am very happy how they turned out, and for you we made it easy. You can find them in the pre-printables if you want to use it. You don't have to, you can always make your own, but you just saw how easy it is just to make your own 2 unique door hangers. And here you see how our 3 spoons turned out and our little sign we made from the Grinch, and I am showing it to you in my kitchen so you can see a little bit how it's looking like when you have some decor with it. So old spoons, just don't throw them away, just make them in something you like to use in your decor, and it's almost cost-free, so it's always nice to do. So I hope you enjoyed this last DIY from me also, and now we are going further to Dyanne, her 4th and last DIY.
Okay, time to move over to the next DIY. Therefore, we start off with this canvas. This one is 20 by 20 centimeters. Just going to unpack it. This I already had at home, so it's free for this DIY, but normally this costs around €1 or something. Not that much. They come in a package of 2. And for today, we only need 1 part. This is for the bin. This one we keep in the storage room. You never know where it's handy for. And with this one, we're going to make ourselves a cute DIY shadow box. First, we need to get rid of the canvas. So I'm start cutting off carefully on the sides. Okay, look. Oh. And keep this and this one too. Only need to get rid of the canvas that is on the back part. But that can be easily solved by just carefully pulling it off this way. And you can throw this away because we don't need these leftovers. Okay, this is the frame. To be honest, I'm not really happy with the color, so here we are again, beeswax time. Just the same way as I did the other one. Dip in your brush, and then just start doing this. Don't forget here the inner parts of the canvas. And work your way around until everything is covered. And then let it dry for, as I said, at least 6 hours, I think. Maybe you can use the blow dryer if you want to do it quicker. But that is up to you, what you want. Next step is preparing the popsicle sticks for the shadow box. I used the other one, you know, just to see how the measurements are. But I think they're way too long. So, therefore I have this tool and I'm just going to cut them. I measured that they are 10 centimeters long, so I'm getting them through the center here at 5. Now, mind your eyes when you're doing this. Okay, this one was okay. I'm going to cut them all, and then I can just rearrange them and see how many I need, because I'm going to paint them. Do the thing again. And there just one flew through the air, making a backflip. So mind your eyes when you're doing this, but it's doable. Or if you have another tool which is better for doing this, then use that one. You have to do it with this one here. Okay, I just have the right amount which I need here. It's not about the height, it's just about the width. And this is going to be the fence where the reindeer will be in the pen. Let's just take one extra if necessary, and yeah, just cut off a little bit too much. Going to keep that one in the storage room, just for safety, just for some extra backup. Okay, then, oh, now they're all stuck behind the frame. Just get them out, and then we can start painting them. I think I'm going to make them white. Or red. Yeah, I think white. Oh, there's one stuck here. Oh no. Come here, you. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Let me see. Here is some white paint. Just grab myself a brush here, and then we can start off with these. To check if the paint is still okay or if it needs to be stirred. Yeah, this one needs to be stirred. Okay, good idea. Because I still have a popsicle stick left here. Ideal for stirring your paint if necessary. This is an acrylic one. This is, you know, wall paint from the convenience store. Just stir a little bit and then I can start off painting. I was afraid when I shake this that things go wrong. Oh well, I have an idea. Isn't it smarter for me to just dip these things in and then remove the excess paint with a brush? I think that could be a good idea because the sides are covered well. Yeah, let me just try if it works. That will be a quick way to paint popsicle sticks. What a coincidence. Okay, here it is. Next step is to give the background a color. I was in doubt if I wanted to use pink or red because the white, I'm not really happy with the white that was upon the photograph. So I will be using, I think red for this job. Or pink. No, just going to make it red. Just grab my brush. And then let's start brushing away. I think I have to paint this 2 times before everything is covered that well. And the drying time of this is I think about an hour. Yeah, I love pink and also red, but red is a more classic Christmas color, of course, than pink. I heard pink was popular years ago together with light green and light blue. But now this year here in the Netherlands, what we see a lot is black, gold, and of course the classic colors red, green, silver, and gold. Okay, I'm done painting. Now I'm going to let this one dry. Important is that you don't blow dry this, because if you do, then the whole canvas starts to curl up. So just let it dry this way, and when everything is dry, I'll have to see if I have to paint it again, because I don't know if the coverage is enough, but we'll see that when it's dry. Okay, in the meantime, I also beeswaxed the reindeer. I don't know if I'm going to use 1 or 2, but however, I then always have 1 extra. Time to put the frame up on the canvas. I'm going to attach it with this super glue. It's just all-purpose glue. I'm not using hot glue because my experience is that hot glue doesn't attach the wood that well to the canvas. So I'm just going to pour a lot of glue here on the back, then press it upon the canvas like this, and then letting it dry for half a day. Yeah, because it needs quite a lot of drying time. The excess part of the canvas you can easily cut away with a pair of scissors. Glue is now attached, as you can see. Now carefully flip it and press it in the right place. You can see the canvas is more than big enough. I'm going to hold this for a few seconds, and then I'm going to put a heavy object upon it so it attaches really good to the canvas itself. And yeah, now you have your own painting, shadow box, whatever you want to call it. Like that. I have some glue work to do. All the sticks are dry. This thing is ready too. I just cut off the excess canvas, as I said, and I decided to put 1 reindeer in the painting. I used this fake Mod Podge, 17 times cheaper than real Mod Podge here. Works actually pretty much the same, only this one isn't suitable for sealing, but that's not what we're going to do today. I think the best way for me is just, let me check. How long is one popsicle stick? Well, let's say that we put out glue until here. So I'm just going to, I have to shake it well before using it. Just pouring it in here. And then we brush it out. Close the lid, of course. Also put a little bit of glue here underneath. If necessary, we can tuck them in. There's one here. Now there is quite some glue upon the top. Let's wipe that down a little bit. Always one of my things, I use too much glue. Okay. Ooh. This stuff is literally just the same as Mod Podge. Drying time is the same. It smells the same, but it's cheaper. Okay. Here's some more. And then we can just start off putting the popsicles in the right place. And just pressing them down gently. I'm going to tuck them in a little bit here underneath that bottom line, because you can see that they are cut, and on some popsicle sticks the wood just splintered a little bit, and I don't want that to show. Oh, there's a real big dot of glue underneath here. Then we have to move the whole thing a little bit downwards here. Otherwise you can't glue straight upon the bottom line. And just start pressing all the popsicle sticks in a row. They aren't always in the same height, but on the other hand, I don't care, because that looks more like a natural fence to me. And just continue to work my way until the final part. Everything is in a row. Now taking out the reindeer. I think this height is okay. I'm not going to glue it yet because I went to the woods and I just brought myself some branches from a dead tree that was laying down there. Here I have several, and I thought it was a good idea to put some branches upon the antlers of the deer. Just the same as in the picture, and this is of course totally for free, using materials from nature itself. Now I'm just going to unpack everything. Some are pretty huge and thick, but that is not a point because we can cut it into several smaller pieces. Do I have everything? I think I have. Yes, this was it for now. Okay, where is my cutting tool? I think I left it here somewhere. Oh, here it is, under the lid. Okay, and the thing I want to do is, well, not of course this big, but just like this. Or maybe I'm even going to cut the antlers off. And yeah, just glue it in like here. I don't know what I want. Yeah, I think I'm just going to cut them off. Just checking it for the final time because I don't want to ruin the whole thing up. Yeah, I think cutting it off is better because now it has a hole in its head And yeah, if you can see, I can't just put sticks over that part. Now it looks like some sort of crown upon its head, and that looks pretty weird to me. So, sorry dear, I have to cut off your antlers. And I'm going to give you some new ones. You can see I cut off the antlers which I have here. Now I'm going to arrange some sticks that I want to use. I gotta be careful because I have to glue them to the head of the deer. And I think, yeah, just single sticks upon the head is okay, around this length, so that one's a little bit too long. Just breaking the thick ones into smaller ones. And then just glue the thickest part to the head of the deer. And then you get something like this. And I realize I have to glue a small part of popsicle stick behind the head of the deer, because otherwise you just get, you know, this, and that is pretty ugly to see. So I'm cutting a small part, and I'm using the glue gun in a few seconds to arrange the sticks to the head of the deer. And I have a small piece here. I'm going to glue that behind the deer's head, and then you get the 3D effect which we're looking for. So I'm just going to glue these using the glue gun, and then letting it dry, and then everything is done. Are you ready for the antlers? This is how it looks like right now. Only thing I have to do is still give the reindeer eyes and a little red nose. Or maybe I'm going to make that pink, don't know that yet, but that's what I want to do. And then it's finished. Instead of a red nose, I think I want to give it a pink nose. Just a tiny little, how do you call that? A little bit more pink in the red part. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to use permanent marker for the eyes. Okay, I'm going to make the nose with this really tiny pencil. I'm going to dip it in a little bit of paint. I think I have some excess paint. Just dabbing it against here. Make my nose a little bit more round. There you go. There! Oh, isn't he super cute with his nose and his eyes? Well, this DIY is done too. Let me show you a little bit more from afar. This is what it looks like. I think it is super cute for Christmas. And yeah, you can also make it for winter season, of course. It's not extremely Christmas thing, but yeah. It's super cute in a farmhouse style. And here are all the DIYs together. I really love the red and the pink color combination, but I think I'm super happy with how this turned out. I didn't expect it to be this cute. When I saw the picture, I thought, Antlers is going to be a big problem, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, and his face is super cute. So, this is DIYing on a budget. As I said in the beginning, this one costed me €3. If you count the canvas, then it is 4. This one is 4 and this one is 4. So yeah, for €12 you have all this together. Totally up to you. If you want to spend more money, then be my guest. Of course, it is a different thing, but I love recreating big, expensive items, and I think these look super cute together. This one is also very nice to have in a tray or something. And yeah, you can put these literally everywhere because they have wood underneath and they are super steady to put down everywhere.
So this was it already for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching, and of course, if you like this content, I hope you will consider subscribing to the my channel. Click the bell so you will be notified every time we upload a new video. Enough talking. We wish you all a beautiful, beautiful day. Stay safe, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and we hope to see you in our next video. Love from Dyanne and me. Bye everyone.